Welcome back to In Focus, California. As the nation celebrates 250 years of American history, it's also a time to recognize the generations of immigrants whose stories have helped shape this country. Congresswoman Young Kim knows that journey firsthand. Born in South Korea and arriving in the United States as a teenager, she has built a life of public service and now represents California's 40th congressional district in Congress, which includes the cities of Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills, Orange, Chino Hills, Tustin, Mission Viejo, among others. And Congresswoman Kim joins me now. It's so good to have you with us.
Tanya, good to be with you.
Congresswoman, you were born in South Korea and your family emigrated to the United States. Tell me a bit about your childhood and your family's journey.
Sure. When my parents decided we're moving to America, we're going to America to live and pursue the American dream. And that's how I started. I finished my elementary school in South Korea, went to Guam, which is territory of the United States, where I finished my junior high school, then went to Hawaii for high school education, then came to California to pursue my college education. And since then, I've been a Californian for all my adult lives. I probably lived here longer than I lived in South Korea, and I've tasted the freedom, the liberty, all of that this country afforded to us. So we're very grateful for the opportunity that America provided for me and my family.
And you stayed in California. You graduated from USC, and shortly afterward, you co-founded a women's clothing manufacturing company. How did you transition from that to public service?
So I started my own business in the ladies' wear manufacturing firm. And then it was after I delivered my second child. Mind you, I'm blessed to be, raising 4 wonderful kids who are now all married on their own, and I'm now grandma too. But at that time, I was recovering from the second birth of my child. And then that's when I met, at the time, State Senator Ed Royce. He had asked me if I would join him working in his district office. Little did I know that would be the beginning of my work in the public office. And shortly thereafter, he was elected to U.S. Congress. So the long story is that I served with him, alongside him, the communities that I currently live and reside in, and raising my family for over 2 decades as a congressional staff. And then after I left, I got encouragement from him as well as my family. When there was an opportunity, I ran for state assembly. So I served in Sacramento. And then when my former boss, Ed Royce, retired in 2018, I had the opportunity to run for Congress. So my journey from a private citizen to being a businesswoman to serving in public office, it really was a progression for me.
And, there are millions of immigrant stories like yours that make up the fabric and history of the United States. Why is it so important to embrace that as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary?
America has always been embracing immigrants from all walks of life, from different ethnic groups and different countries. And but what makes this country very unique is the people that come from all different corners, but they don't just come here. They become a part of this American fabric, and they become Americans. President Ronald Reagan said it best: you can go live in France, but you cannot become a Frenchman. You can go live in Germany, Turkey, or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or Japanese. But anyone from the corner of the earth, can come live in America and become an American. That has always resonated with me, and because it reflects my family story. So as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, I think we should remember that becoming an American citizen is not just a privilege, it is a responsibility.
And the Richard Nixon Presidential Library and Museum is in your district, in Yorba Linda. What are some of the things that people can see there that will help them understand what this 250th anniversary really means?
I'm so glad you asked because I'm very, very proud to represent the city of Yorba Linda, which is home to Richard Nixon Library, and also our First Lady, Pat Nixon, especially during the 250th anniversary. What people can see over there is they started the early this year, America 250, a more perfect union exhibit. And they asked me late last year if I would help to celebrate and kick off America 250 celebration throughout the year of 2026, which we're doing. So what I did was I spoke on the House floor to recognize the opening of the America 250 exhibition at the library. This exhibition will bring together our nation's story to life through incredible artifacts, like a real copy of the Declaration of Independence, George Washington's portrait, Abraham Lincoln's handwritten notes, and Thomas Edison's light bulb, and even pieces of American pop culture like Bob Dylan's harmonica. I would encourage everyone from everywhere to come to City of Yorba Linda, visit Richard Nixon Library, because it's a reminder that America's story isn't just about presidents or founding fathers. It's about innovators, like I talked about Thomas Edison, leaders, the artists, everyday people who have shaped our nation.
Congresswoman Kim, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.